Sūrah az-Zumar. Bismillahir Rahimir Rahim. The revelation of the book, the Quran, is from Allah, the exalted in might, the wise. Indeed, we have sent down to you the book of Muhammad in truth. So worship Allah, being sincere to him in religion. Unquestionably, for Allah is the pure religion, and those who take protectors besides him say, we only worship them that they may bring us nearer to Allah in position. Indeed, Allah will judge between them concerning that over which they differ. Indeed, Allah does not guide he who is a liar and confirmed disbeliever. If Allah intended to take a son, he would have chosen from what he creates whatever he wills. He exalted is Allah, the one prevailing. He created the heavens and the earth in truth. He wraps the night over the day and wraps the day over the night and subject the sun and the moon, each running its course for a specific term. Unquestionably, he is the exalted in might, the perpetual forgiver. He created you from one soul, then he made from it its mates. Then he produced you from the grazing livestock, eight mates. He creates you in the wombs of your mother's creation after creation within the three darknesses. That is Allah, your Lord. To him belongs all dominion. There is no deity except him, so how are you averted? If you disbelieve, indeed Allah is free of need of you, and he does not approve for his servants disbelieve. And if you are grateful, he approves, I likes it for you, and no bearer of burdens will you bear the burdens of another. Then to your Lord is your return, and he will inform you about what you used to do. Indeed, he is knowing of the that within the breasts. And when adversity touches man, he calls upon his Lord, turning to him alone. Then, when he bestows on him a favor from himself, he forgets him whom he calls upon before, and he attributes to Allah equals to mislead the people from his way. Say, enjoy your disbelief for a little. Indeed, you are of the companions of the fire, hell. Is one who is devotedly disobedient during periods of the night, prostrating and standing in prayer, fearing the hereafter and hoping for the mercy of his Lord, like one who does not say, are those who know equal to those who do not know? Only they will remember who are the people of understanding. Say, O my servants who have believed, fear your Lord, for those who do good in this world is good, and the earth of Allah is spacious. Indeed, the patient will be given their reward without account, i.e., limits. Say, O Muhammad, indeed I have been commanded to worship Allah, being sincere to him in religion. And I have been commanded to be the first among you of the Muslims. Say, indeed, I fear if I should disobey my Lord, the punishment of the tremendous day. Say, Allah alone do I worship, sincere to him in my religion. So worship what you will besides him. Say, indeed, The losers are the ones who will lose themselves and their families on the day of resurrection. Unquestionably, that that is the manifest loss. They will have canopies, i.e., layers of fire above them and below them. Canopies by that Allah threatens, i.e., warns his servants, O my servants, then fear me. But those who have avoided Taghut, lest they worship it and turn back to Allah, for them are good tidings. So give good tidings to my servants, who listens to speech and follow the best of it. Those are the ones Allah has guided, and those are people of understanding. Then is one who has deserved the decree of punishment to be guided. Then you can save one who is in the fire. But those who have feared their Lord, for them are the chambers, above them chambers built high, beneath which rivers flow. This is the promise of Allah. Allah does not fail in his promise. Do you not see that Allah sends down the rain from the sky and makes it flow as springs and rivers in the earth? Then he produces thereby crops of varying colors. Then they dry and you see them turn yellow. Then he makes them scattered debris. Indeed, and that is a reminder for those of understanding. So is the one whose breast Allah has expanded to accept Islam, and he is upon guided by a light from his Lord, like one whose heart rejects it. Then woe to those whose hearts are hardened against the remembrance of Allah. Those are in manifesting error. Allah has sent down the best statement and consistent book, wherein is reiteration. The skins shiver therefrom of those who fear the Lord, then their skin and their hearts relax at the remembrance I mentioned of Allah. That is the guidance of Allah by which he guides whom he wills, and one whom Allah sends astray, for him there is no guide. Then is he who will shield with his face the worst of the punishment on the day of resurrection, like one secure from it. And it will be said to the wrongdoers, taste what you used to earn. Those before them denied, and punishment came upon them from where they did not perceive. So Allah made them taste disgrace in the worldly life, but the punishment of the hereafter is greater if they only knew. And we have certainly presented for the people in the Quran from every kind example that they might remember. It is an Arabic Quran without any deviance, that they might become righteous. Allah presents an example: a man, a slave, owned by quarreling partners, and another belonging exclusively to one man. Are they equal in comparison? Praise be to Allah. The most of them do not know. Indeed, you are to die, and indeed they are to die. Then indeed you, on the day of resurrection, before your Lord, will dispute. So who is more unjust than one who lies about Allah and denies the truth when it has come to him? Is there not in hell a resident for the disbelievers? And the one who has brought the truth, i.e., the Prophet, and they who believed in it, those are the righteous. They they will have whatever they desire with their Lord. That is the reward of the doers of good. And Allah may remove from them the worst of what they did and reward them their due for the best of what they did used to do. Is not Allah sufficient for his servants, i.e., Prophet Muhammad? And yet they threaten you with those they worship other than him, and whoever Allah leaves astray, for him there is no guide, and whoever Allah guides, for him there is no misleader. Is not Allah exalted in might and owner of tribulation? And if you ask them who created the heavens and the earth, they would surely say, Allah. Say then, have you considered what you invoke besides Allah? If Allah intended me harm, are they removers of his harm? Or if he intended me mercy, are they withholders of his mercy? Say, sufficient for me is Allah, upon him alone rely the wise believers. Say, O my people, work according to your position, for indeed I am working, and you are going to know. To whom will come a torment disgracing him, on whom will descend an enduring punishment. Indeed, we send down to you the book for the people in truth. So whoever is guided, it is for the benefit of his soul. And whoever goes astray only goes astray to its determination. And you are not a manager, authority over them. Allah takes the souls at the time of their death, and those that do not die he takes during their sleep. Then he keeps those for which he has decreed death and release the others for a specific term. Indeed, indeed, in that are signs for the people who give thought. Or have they taken other than Allah as intercessors? Say, even through they do not possess the power over anything, nor do they reason. Say, to Allah belongs the right to allow intercessions entirely. To him belongs the, the domination of the heavens and the earth. Then to him you will be returned. And when Allah is mentioned alone, the hearts of those who do not believe in the hereafter shrieking with aversion, but when those worshipped other than him are mentioned, immediately they are rejoicing. Say, O Allah, creator of the heavens and the earth, knower of the unseen and the witness, you will be judged between your servants concerning that over which they used to differ. And if those who did wrong and all that is in the earth entirely, and the like of it with it, they will attempt to ransom themselves thereby from the worst of the punishment on the day of resurrection. And there will appear to them from Allah that which they had not taken into account. And there will be then there will appear to them the evils they had earned, and they will enveloped by what they used to ridicule. And when adversity touches man, he will call upon us. Then, when we bestow on him a favor from us, he say, I have only been given it because of my knowledge. Rather, it is a trial, but most of them do not know. Those before them had already said it, but they were not availed by what they used to earn. And the evil consequences of what they earned struck them. And those who have wronged of these people will be struck, afflicted by the evil consequences of what they earned, and they will not cause failure. Do they not know Allah extends provisions for whom He wills and restricts it? Indeed, in that are signs for the people who believe. Say, O my servants who have transgressed against themselves by sinning, do not despair of the mercy of Allah. Indeed, Allah forgives all sins. Indeed, it is He who is the forgiving, the merciful. And return in repentance to your Lord and submit to Him before the punishment comes upon you. Then you will not be helped. And you follow the best of what was revealed to you from your Lord, i.e., the Quran, before the punishment comes upon you suddenly while you do not perceive, lest a soul should take lest a soul should say, "Oh, how great is my regret over what I neglected in regard to Allah, and that I was among the mockers." Or lest it say, if only Allah had guided me, I would have been among the righteous. Or lest it say, when it sees the punishment, if I only had another turn, so I could be among the doers of good. But yes, there had to come to you my verses, but you denied them and were arrogant, and you were among the disbelievers. And on the day of resurrection, you will see those who lied about Allah with their faces blackened. Is there in is there not in hell a residence for the arrogant? And Allah will save those who fear Him by their attainment. No evil will touch them, nor will they grieve. Allah is the creator of all things, and He is over all things, disposer of affairs. To Him belongs the keys of the heavens and the earth, and they who disbelieves in the verses of Allah, it is those who are the losers. Say, O Muhammad, is it other than Allah that you order me to worship? O ignorant ones, and it was already revealed to you and to those before you that if you should associate anything with Allah, your work would surely become worthless, and you would surely be among the losers. Rather, worshiping only Allah and be among the grateful. They have not appraised Allah with truth appraisal, while the earth entirely will be within his grip on the day of resurrection, and the heavens will be folded in his right hand. Exalted is he, and high above what they associate with him. And the horn will be blown, and whoever is in the heavens and whoever is on the earth will fall dead except whom Allah wills. Then it will be blown again, and at once they will be standing looking on. And the earth will shine with the light of its Lord, and the record of their deeds will be placed, and the prophets and the witnesses will be brought, and it will be judged between them in truth, and they will not be wronged. Every soul will be fully compensated for what they did, and he is the most knowing of what they do. And those who disbelieve will be driven to hell in groups until when they reach it. Its gates are open, and the keepers will say, "Did there not come to you messengers from yourselves reciting to you the verses of your Lord, and warning you of the meeting of this day of yours?" They will say, "Yes, but the word, I decree, of punishment has come into effect upon the disbelievers. To them it will be said, enter the gates of the hell to abide eternally therein, and the wretched is the residence of the arrogant. But those who fear their Lord will be driven to paradise in groups until they reach it, while the gates have been opened, and its keepers say, "Peace upon you. You have become pure, so enter it to abide eternally therein." They will enter, and they will say, "Praise to Allah, who has fulfilled us for his promise and made us inherit the earth, so we may settle in paradise wherever we will. And excellent is the reward of righteous workers." And you will see the angels surrounding the throne, exalted Allah with praise of their Lord, and it will be judged between them in truth. And it will be said, "All praise to Allah, Lord of the worlds."